your mother had a pattern, and you picked out the pattern, and the colors were little orangey things, and you gathered gathered, pinched, pulled it in, and it made it like a little pocket. I forgot what it's called. Then you sewed all these little pieces together, and when you went out west, we thought it would be neat thing to do on the trip where it was boring spaces. You remember we had all the no air conditioning. And we very neatly, all of us, you, I think, your sister, myself, we were neatly doing these. When we get home, your mother discovered we were doing it wrong.
No.
So we had to do it all over. But it was very pretty when it was done.
Goodness, I have no memory of this. That's funny. I just remembered, I guess it was earlier bedspreads that were like the off-white ones that with the little poles that you gave me an old one to put on the bed in New Jersey. I don't know.
I don't.
I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's like Queen Anne's something or other. I don't know. That's what I remember having, but that may have been in North King.
I remember your sister loved dog stuffed things, and she wanted, in the worst way for her birthday when she was little, I think she's about 16 then, a great big French poodle, black French poodle dog, about this big.
A stuffed one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she put it at, we said, where are you going to put it? She put it at the foot of your bed. When they went to Rochester, she took it along there. Do you remember that?
Well, I just know that she always put a lot of stuffed animals and dolls on her bed,
Yeah,
to the point where there was room for her.
But
And I didn't want anything in the bed. If anybody put something in the bed, I threw it out.
Yeah, well, this was a big black one, and it was meant to be, and she wanted it, and your mother and everybody said poo-pooed the idea. What on earth do you do with a big black poodle? And she said, oh, you know how she went. Oh, I would. So Mother and I pooled our resources, and she got a big black poodle.
Yeah. I have a really nice picture of her hugging this enormous teddy bear. It was almost the size of her. She's sitting on the couch with it like this.
Yeah, you both did some. Do you remember the one in Moore, that the basement flooded not long after you had the moved in?
No.
You went away in a trailer or a tent somewhere, I think for, was it 4th of July or something with, and over in Warren it decided to have a big flood. All right, your dad didn't leave a key with anybody, and we didn't have a key. We had an idea with the street being flooded. Certainly your house was flooded. So. I don't know how come the fellow that he worked with, I don't know, I can't remember his name. Remember he had, when he was doing tree work.
He had a partner that he would, besides his regular job, that they would go out and do tree work.
Well, this partner,
Yeah.
I don't know how he happened to come. I don't know, he got in contact with us and somehow or other. He had a key. We go in and there's everything you had floating. All your games, how you had so many games, you took good care of them.
The whole basement.
And they were floating along down there. There we were with our, so we went back and got our rubber boots. And while you were vacationing, there we were throwing out your stuff in the basement. And rag rugs you had on the floor, and out they went.
Wow. And what happened to the washing machine and stuff? Everything?
I don't remember that part. You had the ping pong table down there, but that was on a stand. So you used to do your cities and railroads and whatever you were doing on the table. Do you remember the... I guess you had a new refrigerator and stove. Anyway, there was big boxes.
Mm.
And you got the boxes, and you and Denise took them out, and you built an office. And you made windows and doors, and you two were very energetic. But anyway, you made this thing, and you had all the kids coming around, because you had a lot of kids on your street.
Mhm.
And then you played in it for about a week, and your mother said, oh, everybody was having such fun. And one night it rained.
Oh.
All went soggy. I don't know whether you remember that one or not.
No, but I know that there was a way to buy cardboard, that if you put it together,
Uh-huh.
you can make it into, well, I think they bought me at jail, but like different
Yeah.
things. And so they got this idea because of the refrigerator box. And
Yes.
so I think for one birthday or Christmas, they bought us cardboard that made boxes, made.
I must say our family had amazing Christmas gifts.
Yeah. So it's funny now because with Amazon, we throw out, everybody
Yeah,
throws
the
out like
boxes,
so much
cardboard.
cardboard. Yeah, if anybody knew 20 years ago about how much cardboard would be used, they would have gotten rich putting,
Yeah.
buying stocks in cardboard.
Well, there was a woman in Detroit who, what did her husband, business, something or other, he died, and she went into packaging,
Mm-hmm.
and she made herself a millionaire
Mm-hmm.
by using packaged milk, how it came in cartons,
Mm-hmm.
and various other things using cardboard.
Yeah, yeah.